Everyone, we are on the saddest day of the year. It is Tisha B'Av today, and many of us know, we've learned the stories. We've been sitting in the Kinot Tefillot this morning in Shacharit, here on Tisha B'Av, inside the Bet Knesset, inside the synagogues, wherever we have been, relating over the very, very sad stories, everything, all the calamities that has happened to Am Yisrael. But one thing I want to say is we've heard so many of the stories within regards to Sinat Chinam, but there's a ray of hope, because also inside the Talmud and in a lot of places in the Torah, we've seen a lot of cases of Ahavat Chinam, and also we see in modern day so much fantastic work from different chesed organizations, so many different all different organizations trying to promote Ahavat Chinam all across the world, where it might be, especially in the Jewish communities, and outreach throughout everybody. So one case about Ahavat Chinam which we should all try and emulate in during Tisha B'Av. We all know, obviously, the stories within regards to Sinat Chinam. We learn in Mashiach Gittin on Nun Hey within regards how the Bet HaMikdashes, the first and second Bet HaMikdash, was destroyed. We've all learned about that. How about a ray of hope of Ahavat Chinam, where we see actually in Masechet Ta'anit on page Chaf Bet, that is page 22 on Masechet Ta'anit, a story within regards to Elijah the prophet. Eliyahu the prophet was in the marketplace, and someone came up to him and asked him, who from this huge marketplace is going to make it to the next world, to Olam Haba? So Eliyahu was looking everyone. Over there was like Rabbonim, there was accountants, doctors, there was every single top professional. However, there also were two clowns inside the marketplace where everything was set up. So Eliyahu looks at everyone and says, no, these two people, these two are going to make it into Olam Haba. So the man was startled. What, not the rabbis, not the accountants, not the doctors, not all these prestigious people. Why these two clowns will make it? So he asked Eliyahu Navi, if they said, let's go to the clowns and see what they do. So they went to the clowns and they asked him, look, you are two comedians here, cheeky chappy comedians. You're destined to make it into Olam Haba, and many people are not, potentially might not, according to the Talmud. So they asked the clowns, what do you do? So the clowns, these two jokers, basically said, we are in the marketplace over here, we're using our extra time to entertain the other people. We see people that are down, these shopkeepers are down, they're having a bad day. We entertain them, we make them feel good about themselves, we cheer them up. We see people that have just at a ruckus with other people, big argument with other people. We try and cheer them up to make them rise and shine and everything else. We want to get them into a good mood. We see people in a bad mood, we get them in a good mood. We try and give love for free to other people and everything else. We don't want to see people feel down. So then that was the reason why they are destined, because they're cheering other people up. And we all know we're all built B'Tselem Elokim. We are all built in the image of God. So if we are sad as individuals, then imagine Hashem's Shekhinah can't rest upon a person. That's why we learn in Parshat Toldot. Why was it that Yitzchak Avinu asked Yaakov Avinu, or Esav potentially, to bring him the food? Because it was to put him into a good mood so he can give the blessings in a much more potent way. That was why he actually asked potentially Esav to actually bring him the food, because he wants to be in a good mood. And that's the importance of simcha and positivity within regards to Torah. And when someone is negative, it can have an adverse effect, let's just say. And that's what we learn in how important it is. Now, I saw an interesting video just on social media a few days ago within regards to there's been all these protests in Israel. One is for the reforms, one is against the reforms and everything else. But then I saw there was a religious guy that actually came out with about 20 bottles of wine and free cakes and everything else. And he said to everyone, he said, if you give me a hug, he went to full of secular people, if you give me a hug, I will give you this bottle of wine. So he did this many people, probably spent thousands of shekels on this, and got about 30 hugs from different people who wouldn't have get. So that's what we should be doing this Tisha B'Av. We should be aiming. We see someone we don't like even. That's just like on Purim. We give mishloach manots to people that we don't like. We should be aiming that on Tisha B'Av. Naturally on Tisha B'Av, one of the dinim is we don't greet other people and say shalom to other people. I must say that as a preface. But at the same time, throughout the year we could do this. We see someone we don't like, or we see someone that's down, raise their spirits up, make them feel good about themselves, make them feel that they've got some meaning. And that's what we can take from this Tisha B'Av. And Bezrat Hashem, in that Zuchut, we will see the third Bet HaMikdash and Mashiach come now. I want to wish you all a meaningful fast, meaningful day. It's going to be difficult. It's 25 hours over here. It's sweltering heat here in Israel. We're close to 40 degrees here, but we've got to fast. We've got to remember all the calamities that happened when Nebuchadnezzar and the Titus Arasha and Vespasian, all the Roman and Babylonian enemies came to destroy the temple.